Hi guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to The Wandering Reader. Today I'm going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. I'll link the original video to this down below. Over the last few weeks I've been really enjoying watching everybody else's version of this, so I thought I would join in the fun. There are 14 questions in this tag, so let's jump in. I'm rereading the questions off of my phone. So the first question is the best book that you've read so far in 2017, and recently I put up my sort of mid-year best books of 2017 so far. I think there were 6 books in that video, so it was kind of hard choosing just one of those. But the one that I kept coming back to all of the time that's really stayed with me is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. Yeah, just some of the messages in here and the way it was written and the storyline and the themes, it just has stayed with me since I read it, I think in April, so I've chosen that as my favourite book of the year so far. Question number 2 is best sequel you've read so far this year. And for that one I'm going to go with A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J Maas. I haven't actually read a lot of sequels this year, to be honest, but this one I really enjoyed. The first book I read last year and really liked it, but then I sort of listened to some reviews and things, and yeah, Tamlin's character, he's just a total, I don't know, whatever. But this one I really enjoyed. We were following Favourite again, but then another cast of characters in here. I liked it an awful lot better. The world building's good in here, the characters were good in here, and yeah, I just loved this one. The third question is new release that you haven't read yet but you really want to. And for that one, I'm going to go with A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J Maas. This came out at the beginning of May. My husband's read it. I've heard a few other people on BookTube talk about it. I'm trying to stay away from spoilers, but I haven't managed to get around to it yet. It's probably one that I'll pick up over the next couple of months or so. I am looking forward to it, but just haven't got around to it yet. The fourth question is most anticipated release for the second half of the year, and for that one I'm going to go with Tin Man by Sarah Winman. This comes out, I think, towards the end of July. This is Sarah Winman's third book, and I absolutely love her as a writer, so I've been anticipating this for a couple of months now. Haven't pre-ordered it, but I will definitely be picking up a copy of it as soon as it comes out. Question number 5 is your biggest disappointment of the year so far, and for this one I'm going to go with The Motorcycle Diaries by Che Guevara. This is a non-fiction book that I read at the beginning of the year, and I was just expecting a lot more from it than I actually got. Yeah, I was just expecting it to be a lot more adventurous, but also to kind of go into more of what the scenery and the culture was like of some of these countries that he visited, and it just didn't do that. So yeah, I was quite disappointed by this. I think I gave it something like 2 stars in the end. Yeah, just not one for me really. The 6th question is biggest surprise of the year, and for that one I'm going to go with Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I did a buddy read of this earlier in the year with Lorna from Suddenly Lorna. This is a zombie novel, so it's kind of my biggest surprise because it is a novel about zombies, and that's sort of a topic or set of characters that I tend to stay away from. You know, not really one to watch zombie movies or anything like that, but I did really enjoy this one. This is a loose Romeo and Juliet retelling, and it had a lot of thought-provoking ideas in it and a lot of themes in it that I really enjoyed. So yeah, biggest surprise definitely. Question number 7 is favourite new author, either a debut author or an author that's new to you. I'm going to go with the debut author, and this is Stay With Me by Ayobami Adebayo. This is the book that I most enjoyed in the Bailey's Prize shortlist, and I've said several times now that I will definitely be picking up anything else that she writes. I think she's a really great writer, and you know, really blown away by the fact that this was a debut novel. Question number 8 is newest fictional crush. I don't really get crushes, so I'm just going to skip over that question. Question number 9 is newest fictional character, and for this one I'm going to go with Agnes in Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. I just, yeah, rooting for her throughout the whole novel. I really enjoyed reading from her perspective. I thought she was a well developed character, Yeah, and I talked about the fact that I love this book, obviously, love Hannah Kent's writing. Yeah, and inevitably we know what's going to happen to her, and you just don't want it to happen. But yeah, she's just brilliant. Question number 10 is book that made you cry, and this is The Nightingale by Kristen Hannah. Again, I've talked about this quite a bit on my channel. It was in my favourites video, and also talked about the fact that this made me sob at the end, and I had to do it quietly because my husband was asleep at the time. So yeah, this is definitely a tearjerker. Question number 11 is book that made you happy, and for this one I'm going to go with The One by Kiera Cass. This is the third book in the selection series, and I just love these books. I just think they're light and fluffy and cute, and yeah, they just make me smile. So I've just recently picked up the short story Bind Up, which I will hopefully read soon. But yeah, just books to make you smile, basically. Question number 12 is the most beautiful book that you bought this year, or one that you've received this year. And there are quite a few that I could have picked for this question, but I'm going to go with Flame in the Mist by Renee Ollier. I just really like the colouring on here, and the phoenix, and the black against the orange and the purple. I just think it's so lovely. Question number 13 is books that you need to read in the second half of the year, and there are tons, basically every book on my TBR, but I picked up a few that I've been thinking about getting around to lately, so I'll share them with you now. The first one is Station 11 by Emily St John Mandel. This is one that lots of people talk about, and I've heard nothing but great things about it. I've had it on my shelf for a few months now, and it really is high time that I get around to that one. The second book that I really want to get around to is The Miniaturist by Jessie Burton. I've got both of her books on my shelf. This is her first one, and again, I hear nothing but great things about Jessie Burton's writing, so I really want to get around for this. This is a historical fiction, I believe, so yeah, at some point, maybe in the winter months, I'll get around to reading that one. And the third book that I want to read by the end of the year is Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This is the only Adichie novel that I haven't read yet. I haven't read her collection of short stories, which I don't own, and then there's another non-fiction book that she recently brought out that I haven't got either and I haven't read, but this one I've had on my shelf for a few months now. I think this is her second book, and it won the Orange Prize for Fiction in 2007, so yeah, I really want to get around to giving that one a go to. And then question number 14 is your favourite book community members. So I'm going to talk about some channels that I've really enjoyed watching this year, so I'm just going to reel them off from my phone. So who have we got? Lala from Books and Lala. I'll link all of these channels down below. Krista from Books and Jams. Caitlin from Kitty G. April from Getting Hooger With It. Derby from Derby Lane Reading. Louise the Big Head Bookworm. Elliot from Elliot Brooks. Jen from Jen the Librarian. Simon from Savage Reads. Olive from A Book Olive. I could go on, but yeah, loads of really cool booktubers that I follow and love watching their videos. So there you go guys, they were my answers to the mid-year book freakout tag. If you want to do this video, consider yourself tagged. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.